It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly. That Business Show gives a voice to Tampa Bay's entrepreneurial community and highlights our community leaders, aiming to inspire and educate our listeners. Become a part of the entrepreneurial movement today by becoming a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and get your brand on air today. Visit TampaBayRadio.com for more information. All shows available on demand. Now, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and thanks for ending the short week here with That Business Show. Now, Jamie and Kelly were business, become show business. Next couple of days, we'll be running a couple of replays as we will be enjoying our Thanksgiving holiday, and hope that all y'all out there will enjoy your Thanksgiving break as well. It's been a great year, and we hope that you've had a great year as well, and expecting another great year coming up here just around the corner as we get through Christmas and into the new year. And again, so thanks for tuning in each and every morning to That Business Show, now with Jamie and Kelly, where we work to inspire entrepreneurs in the community, listen to their stories, and inspire others out there to step outside of the box and start your own business or get involved with that organization or do something that you didn't think you could do, because we hear from so many entrepreneurs and community leaders each and every morning about how they went from point A to point B, and oftentimes through non-traditional or non-conventional methods. And so this story, again, works to inspire and brings a positive message to the community each and every morning. And I always like to remind you all to take a break from the news, sports, and politics talk, which dominates the airwaves just a little bit too much with the show, unlike any other program on the airwaves at this time. Also, I'd like to invite you all over to TampaBayRadio.com. Over there, all shows are available on demand. And we also would like to invite you over to the Tampa Bay Business Owners website, tbbo.org. That's one of the ways we help support the program, is through memberships in the organization. So if you're a business owner or an executive within a company, we'd like to sit down and talk with you about some of the benefits of the membership, which includes on-air appearances on the program. And so tbbo.org for more information on that, as well as tampabayradio.com. Kelly Wilson joins us in studio. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Thank you so much. And we have a good show planned for us today. We're going to be talking about email marketing here in this first segment. So let's go ahead and bring in our guest for the program. We have Joni Segal, or Siegel, I should say. She's the Director of Business Development and co-founder of SJS Associates, a marketing communications company, and learn more at sjsassoc.com. And she's also a returning guest to the program and one of our newest members in the Tampa Bay Business Owners. So Joni, welcome to the program today.
Good morning.
So we're going to focus our discussion today on email marketing. I know as a marketing company, email is a big component of what you do each and every day.
Yep.
And, I myself, I love email marketing. It's so easy to use, but the return on it is so difficult to gauge, or I should say, get people to react, or how do you keep people from unsubscribing? And so let's just start out with the basics of an email marketing. How does one begin to build an email marketing list?
It's a good question, Jamie, and one of the things I always point out to people is that email marketing really is the number one preferred channel for permission-based marketing messages. So it's really a great vehicle for small businesses, but they need to know how to do it properly. And so many times I hear businesses say, I just want to do an e-blast. And that's not what it's about. It's really about targeted messages for a specific audience that has some kind of information that audience is going to want.
Should you buy a list in the beginning, or is it just you got to build it through the old traditional means of one by one opt-in and let it grow organically over time?
Well, unfortunately, because a lot of businesses say, can I just buy a list? It's not the way to do email marketing. Any reputable company, whether you're talking iContact, MailChimp, Constant Contact, they won't let you upload a purchase list, because when you do that, you're basically spamming. Now, is it illegal to do it? Not really. There is legislation, but are you going to get arrested for it? Probably not. But you're spamming people because they don't know you.
Right.
So you haven't gotten their permission.
And it'll ask you, do you have permission to send this
right.
email, right? So every time you upload a client or a contact, it's going to ask.
So how does the CAN Spam Act, which came into effect in 2003, come into play with email marketing? Because I understand that the person has to have opted in, but nobody opts into these lists, at least knowingly. And I know there's,
sometimes they do.
Ways
If they want the information, don't they?
But it's very not common for the small business owner to build a huge list through people opting in. What I'm getting at, though, is are there any penalties for putting somebody on an email email list, as long as you have the unsubscribe button, can you get in trouble for somebody, putting somebody on a list?
Not really. I mean, the whole reason for the canned spam law was because of the pornography on the internet. And I don't think anybody that's listening to us today, any small businesses or entrepreneurs, are doing that. There is also implied permission, though, in terms of what you were saying, Kelly, and that is that if you give me your business card, I think it's implied permission that I'm going to add you to my list. I know if I give you my business card, I'm expecting you to communicate with me somehow. So that's implied permission. Best practice is to ask somebody, can I add you to the list? But, sometimes you can even ask somebody, say, hey, Jamie, can I add you to my list? And then I send you an email and you say I spammed you. So, it's kind of a little bit of a tricky thing. But best practice is to build a permission-based list.
Right. It's just such a slow process.
And that is going to increase your open rate,
Exactly.
I would think, too. Now, what is a good open rate?
A good open rate is really not as high as a lot of people think. I think it's between 15 and 20% is a good open rate. Mm-hmm. But people focus a lot on open rates. And let me tell you, open rate just means you have a good subject line.
Right.
Okay? That's really all that an open rate tells you.
I learned a while back that it was much lower. Like if you were around the 15%, like that was good.
Exactly.
You're doing well.
Exactly. But what you really want to focus on is the engagement, which is what are people clicking on? You always put links in your email.
Right.
Whether it's a link to read more, or a link to go to your website to check something out. That's what tells you really what the interest is.
So if that is not a high percentage as far as the additional click rates, then you got an engaging subject line. They're opening, but then it's not good enough once they do that.
That's exactly correct.
Okay.
So then you want to kind of look at what's your call to action and how is that working, and are people engaging with you and really taking that extra step and clicking on a link in your email? Because if they're doing that, you've taken someone from just a cold lead to a really pretty warm prospect at that point.
Now, I know that you use iContact. I've used Constant Contact. There's MailChimp. There's a lot of different, mass email service providers out there. Are there key differences between the different companies out there that, why one would use iContact over Constant Contact, for instance?
Well, I use Constant Contact. You're the iContact
Okay, I got them
guy.
backwards. Okay, that's right. I use iContact, use Constant. I get them confused. I think of them as one and the same because their names are so similar.
Understood. The biggest reason that I think Constant Contact is the best is because you have unlimited technical support. And I've been using it for 14 years now. And there are still times when I have to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, okay, my email doesn't look the way I'm trying to get it to look. And it's unlimited free technical support.
One of the things that drives me crazy, I use Constant Contact a lot, and I have for years, and I have not switched because I know it. And once I know something, and I'm not technologically savvy, so I'll stick with it. But you can't create templates. I have to copy from a previous email or a newsletter that I created, and I have to copy that and then recopy it and then recopy it. Is there a way to save a template?
There's a two-part answer to that. Constant Contact is switching over to a brand new editor. With the second generation editor, you could save an email you sent as a template. With the brand new editor, which is absolutely fabulous, you can't do it yet, but I'm sure you'll be able to.
What about emails at the different browsers? Because I'll take a lot of time making sure my email looks nice and it's all lined up and it looks good. Then I send it out and somebody will look on the phone like, Jamie, this is all mislined up, and it's just different browsers display differently. It's nothing I can do. But
no, there isn't, and
there's no way to fix that.
There isn't, and it's browsers. It's also email programs. We have Windows 10, and so I use Outlook, and invariably I will create an email. It looks beautiful. Send a test to myself, and I go, that's not what it looked like when I created it.
It's just frustrating because a lot of people don't understand that it's not on my end. There's nothing I can do. There's the browsers, the phones. It's just all different, and it's.
Well, and then there's different templates that you can choose from. There's the mobile or then the desktop. So, and then you see all these statistics that show, most people are looking from their phones.
That's right.
So, that is what I've created most of my templates in. But then when you actually look at where who your people are, where they're doing it, most of mine are from the desktop.
Yep.
So I guess I don't fit into the norm of
And
the
there's a
statistics.
little note if people notice that says, if email not displaying correctly, hit this to view in browser. And then it looks nice. But a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
Exactly.
Or they think that's some type of warning message or something.
Exactly.
But that's what we do. We display it in browser, and then it'll show the way it's supposed to be created.
A nice thing about the new editor, Kelly, is that when you create your email and you go into preview it, you can see what it looks like on the desktop, and then you can see what it looks like on a mobile phone. And the new templates, they all
great.
stack things. And I know you guys can't see me doing this, but it stacks your images. If they're like this, when you send it, then it'll stack them, and it looks really
Typically,
nice.
if I'm previewing it and sending it, I'm looking at it from my desktop. I'm also looking at it from my phone and my iPad,
Yep, smart.
just to see what it looks like on all of them. And inevitably, one is off.
Yep.
So
Different formats. That's
right.
That's really the
right.
thing.
I've
Yeah.
learned to adapt and then just kind of go with it, and we try to make them look the best you can.
How can you keep your emails from landing in the spam box with Constant Contact or iContact?
There's different things that you do when you start off to send your emails. First of all, if I'm sending emails to Kelly and she's never gotten an email from me before, typically I'll use what's called a permission reminder that goes at the top, and it'll say, by the way, you're receiving this email because I met you on Jamie Maloney's show, or Jamie and Kelly. And so then that reminds people of how you met them. Ultimately, spam is in the eye of the beholder. And if I just don't want your messages because I don't like you anymore, I can always say that you're spamming
A lot of people don't
me.
know their spam filters are set to the default settings, and your inbound server is making a determination of whether or not to put it in your inbox or your spam box.
It's true. I have to periodically remind myself to go into my spam folder, and I go, why is that in there? I've accepted those emails. It's not an exact science.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I turned off my spam filter 100% because I was getting just, and in real estate, I was getting, just general messages from realtors going into spam for whatever reason. I don't know, but I got to the point where I just turned it off.
Yep.
So if I don't want the message, then I hit unsubscribe. Yep. How often should one then small business owner send emails? Is there a rule of thumb for that?
That really depends on the business. My husband, I always like to tell the example, he gets an email from Best Buy every day because he likes to know what's on sale at Best Buy. But we're a marketing company, and if I send you an email every single day, you're probably going to unsubscribe fairly quickly because you don't want to hear from me every day. It depends on the business, minimally once a month, because you want to stay in front of people. That's the whole purpose of email marketing, is to build engagement and to stay in front of people. Now, when I send you an email in December, are you going to automatically turn on and buy from me? No. But after I've sent you a monthly email for 6 months, maybe 12 months, if you haven't been using Constant Contact, for example, you may go, okay, it's time for me to try it. Or I need something about my website. Can you guys help me with that? So it's really about consistency more than frequency, I think.
Currently talking to Joni Siegel, again, Director of Business Development and co-founder of SJS Associates, a marketing communications company, and learn more at sjsassociates.com. Going to take a break, but coming back from a break, we're going to talk a little bit more about email marketing on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
Good morning. As we take a look at the roads around Tampa Bay, no problems to report on the Bay Area bridges. Things looking good on the Courtney Campbell Causeway and the Howard Franklin Bridge. 275 through downtown Tampa, also up to speed westbound I-4. It is slow, though, between Selman Connector and 275. I-75 through the Brandon area, no problems there. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson, Eudora, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Foundation for a Better Life.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor. Mr. Rogers passed along friendship, hoping we would too. Friendship, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
Today, mostly sunny with a few clouds, high 79. Tonight, patchy fog, low 62. Tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, partly cloudy with a high 81.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking to Joni Siegel, Director of Business Development and co-founder of SJS Associates. You can learn more at sjsassociates.com. And Joni, the most important part of any mass email is the subject line. That's going to determine those open rates. What are some tips on good subject lines?
Definitely important, the subject lines. And it's interesting, I did a bunch of seminars on this a couple of months ago. There are some good tips that you can do with subject lines. First of all, you want them to be short, maybe 5 to 8 words, no more than 40 characters. But I don't know if you remember when you were in English class in high school, and don't get a headache or fall asleep here, but there are things like alliteration where you can You can do funny things with your email subject lines, or onomatopoeia, which was snap, crackle, pop, that kind of idea, or allusion to. We had a client who wanted to say, make ENT great again. Okay, and I know that makes people cringe because we were hearing it so much during the politics, but there are things that you can use. You can use popular songs. You can use that idea in your subject line, but if you're just going, the monthly newsletter from SJS Associates, people are going to go, big yawn, why do I care? Numbers are good, but no more than 9.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 is good. The 3 top things to beat the stress this holiday season. And then what you do, only put one of them in the body and click here to find out what the other 2 are. And so you direct people to your website or a document. So those kind of ideas.
I know. I find myself wanting to put like the entire main part of my message in the subject line, just so I know they'll see it, and even if they don't open up and see the rest of it.
Well, and then there's always like this dual, like the number 2 subject line, right? Like
pre-header text.
That's what it's called, right?
It's called pre-header text.
How important is that?
It allows you to augment your subject line, and you can do a teaser with that, because the pre-header line is what, when you look on your smartphone, you see who it's from, you see the subject line, and then you see the pre-header text. Now, if you don't put anything in there, typically your phone's email program is going to just grab the first line of text. That may not be what you want to use as a teaser. So put some teaser in there. Let's go back, the 3 top ways to beat the stress. Did you know that the number 1 cause for stress during the holidays is?
Yep. No, that stuff does work.
And then people will go, what? It's what? It's what?
Mm-hmm.
And so then they're opening your email and reading what that number 1 stress is.
What do you think email marketing versus mass text marketing? I've had people on this program before that talk about the open rates are so much higher on the mass text messages. How do you respond or think that people should be incorporating the text messages versus email marketing?
It's a good question, Jamie, and I personally don't like text commercial messages.
I don't either. No, I don't either.
I will say that I'm a crafter. I make jewelry. So from Michaels, I want to get those coupons, for example. Email marketing, over 70% of people say that's where they want their marketing messages. That's the metrics. That's not just me saying it. That's what the surveys are saying. When marketing companies survey, number 1 channel for permission-based marketing messages is email.
And it's so easy to use. I mean, it hits so many people, in one big swoop. But the open rates on text messaging, I've not done any mass text messaging, but they're like 80 or 90%. People want to open that text. The email, they want to delete. I don't understand necessarily why the difference, but just something about text versus email.
Well, I don't know. And then, you can look at the open rates, but then what's the engagement rate? How many people are actually clicking on the links in the text or in the email? And then, what is that doing for your business?
Right.
If the proof is in the pudding, if you're doing bulk text messages and it's improving your business, do it.
Yeah.
If you're sending out postcards and it's improving your marketing, do it. You really have to test it, because every business is different. A financial planner, for example, may get much better engagement by sending out those very conservative letters in the mail with a stamp in the envelope versus an email.
I think it's important to actually do multiple types of marketing,
correct.
obviously, whether you're doing the postcards or they're doing the emails, and then, it needs to be a little bit of everything to be consistent.
That's right.
Currently, again, talking to Joni Siegel, Director of Business Development and co-founder of SJS Associates. Learn more at sjsassociates.com. We've got another segment with her when we come back from the break on marketing. You're, again, listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Bridge 275 through downtown Tampa, also up to speed westbound I-4. It is slow, though, between Selman Connector and 275. I-75 through the Brandon area, no problems there. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson, Eudora, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Foundation for a Better Life.
This is water. Can you feel this, Helen? Yes, water! Helen, it's water!
Deaf and blind, Helen Keller overcame her world of darkness. Foresight, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
1250 winds, weather center forecasts. Warm today, getting into the upper 70s, near 80 degrees. Pleasant afternoon. A mix of sun and clouds. Low 60s tonight for Thanksgiving to start the holiday weekend. Look for the same forecast as well as Friday. Just a bit cooler into the weekend, though. I should see more sunny skies, mid-upper 70s. Impact Radio 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to the program. I'm your host, Jamie Maloney, alongside Kelly Wilson. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking about marketing, specifically email marketing right now with Joni Siegel. I keep wanting to say Seagal because
totally okay.
And her husband's name is Steve, by the way. So people that know the actor Steven Seagal, there's the connection there. That's why I can't get that out of my head. Joni Siegel, Director of Business Development and co-founder of SJS Associates. Learn more at sjsassoc.com.
Okay, we've been learning all about email marketing and about Constant Contact, and this is great because I use Constant Contact, and I do a lot of email campaigns and creating them. And luckily, I've been able to use a lot of the same ones. So and then you just tweak them after a while.
Yep.
Okay, but I would love to set up and have an opportunity to send consistent automatic emails on a regular basis. Is there, and I've heard the term drip campaign, I'm assuming what that is referring to.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. In Constant Contact, it's called automated emails. And when you go in to create an email, you can actually create a whole series of automated emails. They are related to a specific list. So whoever is added to that list will go into the line to receive those emails. And you can do them according to how many days after the person was added to the list. And then you can also, then the ones subsequent to that, you can do them a week after that first email went or 2 weeks after they were added. It's not complicated, but you can actually set it up so that you can time these emails, and so they go.
So by list, you're referring to groups, like as far as in your contact management aspect of it. Okay, and then so you're looking for what did you say it was referenced as? Automated
emails.
Automated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or autoresponders is another way to call them, but that's what that is a whole drip campaign where you have a certain series of emails that will go to someone after they're added to that list just on a regular basis.
Is that included in the basic membership price?
I don't think so. It depends on what package you have with Constant Contact.
Okay. Are most of the packages based on the number of contacts and emails that you're sending out?
Not the ones you're sending out, the total number of email addresses in your account. That's what you pay for.
I know with the iContact that I use, I have a number that'll bounce, and I need to go in there and I guess clean them up. But they don't make it easy to clean up the ones that are bouncing, like a mass, just purge all those. You got to do it like one by one because they'll charge you based on those emails. So even if those emails are bad and they're bouncing, I know with iContact they don't make. At least I haven't found a way to go in there and easily purge those out of there.
I haven't found that on Constant Contact either.
Well, then you might want to try Constant Contact. What you do is when you send an email, it'll show you like 120 bounces. When you click on that number, they're all listed. You select them all, click remove emails.
I don't think I can select them all, though. I think iContact wants me to go through and delete them one by one.
Well, then we should talk about Constant Contact, Jamie.
I may be wrong. I remember looking at that one time, and I don't remember I spent a lot of time on it, but I remember not being able to figure that out because the more emails that are in there, even if they're bad emails, that's what they're charging
That's correct.
me on.
You're still getting charged for this.
And they're not all bad emails. I always try to distinguish which ones I should just delete and which ones are bouncing because they're no longer deliverable.
Right.
And there's different definitions of why they're bouncing.
That's
so
correct.
which ones are you supposed to just get rid of and which ones are worth saving?
Well, Constant Contact actually kind of does that for you now. When you click on that bounce, it'll say emails recommended for removal because obviously if someone's inbox is just full, and I'm amazed that people still have limited inboxes, so it's full, then you wouldn't want to delete that one. But Constant Contact will say these are recommended for removal because they'll try and send several times. They won't just send once and say, oh, it bounced, that's it. There are some they will continue to try and send to them.
Because it'll say like permanently undeliverable or something. There's one like that's permanent that sounds okay, like this one I get rid of.
Exactly.
But the others are questionable, so that's when you're going in individually and kind of just eliminating the ones that need to be and otherwise not. Because otherwise somebody could just have a problem with their email temporarily, and then if you've gotten perhaps you've deleted that email, then that email's gone out of your list completely, correct?
It is, but I don't think you need to worry about that unless your email list is so small, because if you remove me because my server's been down or something, and I really like to receive your emails, I'll reach out to you and come back on your list.
That's true. I think that's what's hard is when you do have so many, you don't realize who's in there, who's been deleted, who's getting what. How important is it to go through like who's opened your emails? Those would be great prospects, I would assume.
What I did when I first started doing email marketing, because I added in all my friends and family and started doing emails, I gave it about a 3-month window. And on my last email, on that third email, I said, if you're not opening my emails, I'm not going to send it to you anymore. Not because I don't think you like me, but because you don't want my emails.
And I pay for everyone this goes to.
Exactly. So I took all of the opens for every single email and just put them in a brand new list. You can do that very, very easily. And then my list went down from about 1,500 to maybe 100. But then I started to build that up with people who really wanted the marketing emails from me.
Then your open rate at that point is like 95%.
Exactly. Well, it definitely goes up because then it's people who are interested in what I'm sending out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do the different email service providers have any different reputations with regard to getting the emails through like spam filters? Somebody was telling me recently, like Infusionsoft, which is a CRM, and it's much more than what Constant Contact or iContact does. That if you use Infusionsoft properly, you'll get through the email filters a lot better. Do you have any input on that?
I don't know about other companies. I know Constant Contact says they have a 98% rate of getting through the spam filters, and that's because they are very, very strict on those bot lists. If you upload thousands of emails, they'll flag your account and call you and want to know where did they come from, did you buy them, how did you get that list,
right? And
you have to go over it with them and explain it to them.
So we got about a few minutes left. Let's cover some of the other services. You're a marketing communications company, and so what is a niche client for you? Tell us a little bit about the people that you work with and some of your other services.
Typically we work with small to mid-sized businesses that don't have a marketing VP or a marketing staff member and want to do different types of marketing, and they just don't have the bandwidth to do it. We can do social media. The focus has been on email marketing because even if your best form of marketing has been postcards or some type of mailed piece, you can add email marketing for a fraction of the cost, and why not add it in just to augment what you're already doing? So social media, email marketing, A lot of people don't understand that websites need to be upgraded and updated. We do that for clients quite a bit because, it used to be you'd spend like $25,000 for a website and then your webmaster kind of held you captive and you could never make changes to it. Well, that's not the way it's done now. And for a fraction of that cost, you can have a WordPress website that is dynamite and looks great. And if you want to go in and change the text, you can go in and change the text all on your lonesome and it's not a big deal. So we do that. Really, a lot of our business is educating small businesses on how to do marketing. That's a lot of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times, like I did that once years ago in real estate, and I spent a fortune on a website. Right. And then they held you hostage at that point, and then no updates were being done, nothing. And then, in fact, I realized I didn't even own the rights to the website after I had invested all of that money into it, and that is why you should read contracts.
I'm getting to a point with my website, or our website now, that's unique in the sense that I've put so much content on it now with all the shows and stuff. I can't get the stupid thing to publish. And GoDaddy, who's my host, they're like, well, your site's way bigger than what we intend or we generally host. And so luckily I'm getting another site designed. But yeah, I'm having problems because I got too much content, too many changes because we're updating it every day with the different guests and things that come on. So
and that makes sense with what you do. So yeah, you want to have a website that
just a warning out there. Watch out for GoDaddy though. They seem like they're the creme de la creme of websites.
I've had a lot of trouble with them, especially even as a domain.
I don't recommend GoDaddy.
Yeah, it's been difficult with them.
So they're flamboyant out there with their advertising and stuff, and they're attractive, but the service is not very good. So just a word to the wise out there. What about traditional marketing methods like television, radio, billboards? Do you still incorporate those with your clients?
When they want that, yes, we do. Because here's the thing. You have to do what works for your business. If you're successful with radio advertising or television advertising, I would never, ever tell you to stop doing that. But I would tell you to add in social media because it's free. And why not add in email marketing because it's so cost effective? But we'll do whatever you want. You want a printed brochure? We'll design a printed brochure for you.
I've been having, and a lot of people have been backing this up with good results with like Facebook advertising. Yes. That's are you seeing results for your clients too with that?
It really depends on the business because if you are in the retail space or if you're dealing a lot with individual people, Facebook is the place to go. If you are strictly business to business, you got to be on LinkedIn. Biggest free database of businesses out there, and you can be on LinkedIn and you can find your niche on LinkedIn and start becoming an influencer.
Yeah,
so
I'm always talking about LinkedIn on the show. That's it's actually my favorite social media outlet channel, whatever we refer to it as.
But Pinterest is big and Twitter is big. Matt would back me up on that. Twitter is huge these days on marketing. So there's all different ways.
Yeah, I'm still adapting.
Yep.
All right, well, good discussion. Joni, we appreciate you so much for being in studio today.
Well, thank you for having me. I always enjoy coming and talking
to you. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to you. Enjoy
to
Thanksgiving with your family.
Absolutely, you as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Again, Joni Siegel, Director of Business Development and co-founder with SJS Associates, again, a marketing solutions company. If you could use her services, give her a call at 727-446-8883. Again, 727-446-8883 or visit sjsassociates.com. Coming back from the break, we're going to do our weekly What's Trending segment with Matt Ashwood of Songbird Agency on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vane 911. We will help you feel great again.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn Apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Good morning. As we take a look at the roads around Tampa Bay, traffic moving well on most of our interstates. Our only slowdown is on westbound I-4 between the Selma Connector and downtown Tampa. Things moving well in both directions. On the Veterans Expressway, also the Bay Area bridges are up to speed in both directions, and no problems to report along US 19 throughout Pinellas and Pasco counties. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
She didn't just visit the sick and poor. She moved in with them because they needed help. Mother Teresa couldn't do it all, but she gave her all. Compassion. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Today, mostly sunny with a few clouds, high 79. Tonight, patchy fog, low 62. Tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, partly cloudy with a high 81.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to the program, everyone. I'm your host, Jamie Maloney, alongside co-host Kelly Wilson. We're here each and every morning bringing you a positive message, talking to community and organizational leaders. And if you're wondering how to get onto the program, visit tbsinterview.com. Over there are answers to some FAQs on listenership and what you get out of the package. It's a pretty good experience, and also we'll invite you into the membership in the Tampa Bay Business owners, our business network behind the brand here, That Business Show. Time to bring in our next guest for the segment. We have Matt Ashwood of Songbird Agency, and we're going to be doing our weekly What's Trending segment. So, Matt, welcome to the program today.
Thanks.
Matt.
Good morning.
And Matt is doing a live video on his, I'm assuming, your Facebook.
Yeah, it's public, so if you just search for Matt Ashwood on Facebook, you'll be able to find that stream on Facebook.
And that is going to be the focus of the talking right now, is the effectiveness or the use of a live video these days.
Yeah.
And so what do you say about
Yeah,
this?
so actually it was I think it was 2 days, just Monday, Instagram announced that they are introducing live video to their platform too. So it's becoming a major thing within the online community. So I think it started off especially with a year and a half ago. You guys might remember hearing about Periscope. And at the time, Meerkat, there was like a duel between these two social networks.
I was about to ask about Periscope because I was like, this all started with that. Yeah, I remember that. What happened with Periscope?
Right. Well, it's still a
That's
function
Twitter's
in Twitter.
platform, right?
Twitter has that, and they've embedded it in the Twitter app, so it's easy to use when you're using Twitter. But because Twitter isn't as popular as Facebook, you hear more about the Facebook Live video now.
Okay, so Periscope came onto the market. It was popular. It was unique. And then Facebook Live then came in, and that's all the rave right now, correct?
Right. And you see all kinds of businesses, all kind of companies using it. One thing that's kind of that's a big deal, I think, about with the live video is how these television networks are jumping on live video now. I think I forget what television network, one of those paid like Showtime or HBO, they introduced live one of their new shows via live video, and they uploaded a whole episode of whatever their show was through live video. So if you're there in time, you got to see the whole thing live with everyone else, and they basically uploaded an hour show that you can watch on Facebook rather than going on to the television network.
More and more of the guests that are coming through here are using Facebook Live as part of this whole package when they come in here. We've got the live video stream. Of course, that's going out just on Tampa Bay Radio and WeBeam. It's not going out on their own personal, Facebook Live, but they're utilizing that. And it's just another way you, the listener, can get involved in the program. If you have a big community, come on in, do the program, establish yourself as an authority in your field, and throw a Facebook Live up while you're doing it and everything. And the engagement's pretty good. People jump on those things.
Yeah, Facebook's made it simple to interact with, so people
how do
commenting.
How do you find it? Okay, so if I'm on Facebook, right?
So do you see it, the video? Do you see the video there?
It says live from That Business Show. So do I have to
click?
So
if you click it open.
Yeah, but make sure your sound's not on, so and blast through some mics there.
It's on silent.
And then you can comment below, ask a question. I'm not reading. Can you read any comments on there?
There you go. Give it. There you go. Give it to Matt there, and he'll get that set up. So
interesting.
One of the challenges though with a Facebook Live though is you've got to do a video long enough to get the listeners onto the video, because if you just do something for 10 seconds, nobody's going to jump onto the video, and so you've got to do something with some meat behind it and everything, right?
Yeah, you got to assume no one's so not everyone's going to jump on the live video right away, so you got to take note of that. But then when you save the video for later, people are watching from the beginning. So you kind of want to maybe have stuff going on in the beginning, but if you're thinking about people that are tuning in live, think about they're probably just someone's just tuning in right now into the live feed.
Right.
So you kind of want to keep that in mind. That
and you were a late
adopter,
adopter, you said, to the live videos.
Yeah,
you weren't a proponent of it in the beginning, correct?
Well, I don't like using live video so much, but I do recognize how significant it is and it's becoming. So I do recommend a lot of business owners figure out a way to leverage this live video trend, jump on the trend, and figure out how they can apply that to their business to create engagement and show people that they're personable, that they're likable.
And so now Instagram is adding the live video to their platform then too now.
Yeah, and I think that's might become more popular than Facebook, especially for business brands, because there's less noise in Instagram. So when you see live video there and it kind of fits that culture, the environment of Instagram, you're probably going to see a lot of engagement, especially more for brands than you would normally for Facebook.
It's interesting how it's being used too, because it's bringing into the question of ethics with regard to like on scene of crimes and things like that. People are throwing up the Facebook Live. We saw the police shooting where they used the Facebook Live during the shooting, and so there's questionable how there's ethics involved in this. So it's going to be interesting to see how Facebook or Twitter and Instagram all begins to incorporate. Are they going to begin to put filters on these in the future?
Yeah, because pretty soon you'll be able to have some digital camera follow you around, and you'll be able to follow someone their whole 24 hours.
It's kind of scary if you think about it. I don't know. There's so many things you can do. And it's just odd when you go onto your news feeds now and you look at Facebook. It's like so-and-so's live, so-and-so's live, so-and-so's live. Everybody's live now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just odd. Technology just continues to change, and it's.
But yeah, I think you're going to be seeing a lot more of that. People showing what their day is, like Snapchat. That's what it's all about. Is just showing following their whole day, the last 24 hours. So you're really getting involved in people's lifestyles.
So instead of somebody saying, I'm at McDonald's having an English muffin for breakfast, they're going to live it. It'll be a live feed. We can watch them eat their English muffin, right?
They'll have cameras you can put down your throat while they're
anything. You got to use it effectively. If you're Facebook Live and you sitting there cooking breakfast or something.
But for a lot of people, that might be interesting if you're showing off your cooking skills. And
there's probably quite a few doing it as they cook Thanksgiving dinner today.
I remember there was one guy trending just before the election. I don't think it was related to the election, but it was he was having like a sit still, kind of like he was staying in one place for as long as he could. And this is a live video going viral. It was just like, what is going on?
I have seen that mannequin thing. Last week when he was here, we talked about the mannequin challenge.
Oh, they're still doing that.
Oddly, I've seen that.
They did that in the White House yesterday.
Yeah, and I kind of, so, actually that was kind of cool because there's all these celebrities, Tom Hanks and Michael Jordan, and doing the mannequin. And
I personally find that challenge to be irritating. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's only cool if you're in it. Like, we made a video with some friends at my church where we're like, oh, check this out, mannequin video challenge out. But it's just like every other mannequin challenge. There's not a lot you can do that's different, except for when you have, like, the White House had these celebrities doing it, Ellen and Michael Jordan doing it. But there's not so much you can get creative with it. So, yeah, it's gotten boring pretty quickly.
But it's a good business tip. Find the trend and then hashtag it and then put it in your feed and pick up, because I've seen, people pick up, clients through those hashtag feeds and everything. It's using the trends out there. So it's a tip that a lot of business owners can adopt. What about LinkedIn? Are they going to get onto this live video feed? Do you think it's worthwhile for them to look at that?
They're still introducing native video. Like, YouTube links work through there, but only recently I noticed the influencers, so like the kind of their verified members have access, can post native video inside LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's slow on those kind of trends. Really.
Yeah, and it's also just been bought by Microsoft, right? And so they're a little bit behind and everything.
LinkedIn was?
Yeah, LinkedIn was bought by Microsoft and everything. So to compete with the Google platform and everything. So one of their biggest competitors out there now. All right, Matt Ashwood, a good discussion on our weekly What's Trending. Enjoy your Thanksgiving break. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. See ya. Happy
and again,
Thanksgiving.
Learn more at mattashwood.me. He can help you out with all of your social media needs as well. Again, mattashwood.me. Learn more about this program over at tampabayradio.com. And if you would like to get onto the program, where you can also use your own Facebook Live to show yourself off to your friends on the airwaves, visit tbsinterview.com. tbsinterview.com. Coming back from the break, it'll be Working Women Wednesdays on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
The preceding was a commercial program paid for by Maloney Productions. The opinions